Yeah, this is Black Light. Now, moving quickly. Last video we was telling you to read the New Testament of Jesus because we're in Revelations at this point. That's in the New Testament. And Jesus is talking to John, giving John in the Revelations a look at the future. And so this is the time that we're living in. We're living in the New Testament. The ending is about to come to a pass. Well, the ending that came it didn't really came to pass, but we're living in Revelations because we haven't uh, we failed to put it like this. If we was in school, high school or college, we done failed the course because we're not waking up. And the whole object is for us to regain our throne. Now, this is how you choose. If you really need a leader, let me read this right here. It's the meaning of FOI. This is for all you brothers that's in a slightly higher grade than some of the beginners. Say, what is the meaning of FOI? The fruit of Islam. The name given to the military training of the men who belong to Islam in the North America. Military training implies tactics. Military training implies maneuvers. Military training implies going behind the lines in enemy territory. Military training implies establishing a beachhead in enemy territory and then proceeding to take control. Military training implies war. And the 47th chapter of the Quran is called Muhammad. And that chapter is also called war because when the Muhammad of the Holy Quran comes to make war on the forces of evil that have ruled and dominated the planet Earth for the last 6,000 years, the objective is to turn the earth back into the hands of the original owner. Y'all got that? You know, if you don't get it, then you don't understand what's going on with your own self. See, there are those among us who question everything, which is good, and there are those among us who are naturally rebellious. Now, that could be good, then it could be bad, because you could be rebellious to a fault. But it's good to be rebellious, you know. But let me tell you this. You got to have an answer to your rebellion. You got to have an objective in mind to your rebellion. Now, do you want to overthrow yourself? And you ain't in position to overthrow yourself. Or do you want to overthrow your enemy? So you got to study who you are so you won't be overthrowing yourself. Now, the enemy has always been dividing and conquering. And he's dividing and conquering the black man against himself right now. Even on this YouTube and social media, he's dividing us. So, if you got some sense in your head, young black man and young black woman, and even your elders, you will, at this point in time, after you see the condition that we're in now, you see that we once were in a better condition because we was doing for self. We had, you know, more businesses for ourselves. But now, you go around the neighborhoods, I don't care what city you're in, you'll see blight, destruction. You blame it on crack. You blame it on everything except the white man. You know. And really, you can't blame him because you're choosing to go against yourself. It's your own free will to choose to go against yourself. He can't make you do nothing. And why you go against yourself? Some of you are just rebellious to the point of fault, and some of you just don't study and don't care. There's a lot of reasons, but the majority of the black man and black nation all over the globe go against themselves because they're jealous and envious of one another. Black Light out. Stay tuned.